Hey everybody, hope you're all doing good today. Time for another YouTube video here, and one of the things I'm going to start, well I have been doing for a while now, is doing these videos based upon inquiries from my subscribers on what they wanted to hear from. And a couple weeks ago I got a really good question. They wanted to know if you had one lure to pick, where you had to use it to catch fish, your life depended on it, that type of stuff, what would it be? And I'm going to answer that question in two different parts here. First of all, I'm going to give you two baits because that particular question totally depends on the area of the country that you're in as far as water visibilities, the cover that you have, and that type of stuff. So I want to talk about two lures that are my go-to baits if I have to get bit, if I had to go out tomorrow, excuse me, and catch fish to survive, to eat on, or if I had to go out and cash checks, whatever, there'd be two baits. The first one is the NED Red, like this. And this particular one, I've got the Zoom beat down worm on it, and this has got the Megabass Okashira jig head on it. I like that over the NED head on it. This is like a fish style head, just super realistic, as you can see by looking at that particular setup. And I'll cut down a little bit. I'll cut down like an inch, maybe an inch off of the bait to make it a little bit shorter. Fishing this rig on 6-pound test Seagar and Vizex line, Megabass whip snake spinning rod, and a Lew's TLC 3000 bait casting reel. And since it's an exposed rig, it doesn't do real well on brush, but it comes through rock good, any other type of cover. You can catch fish on it in 12 inches of visibility or 12 foot of visibility. It's really good on spotted bass, smallmouth. And on top of that, another reason it's sort of my survival lure is I can take the beat down and I can bite it off to about an inch long, like this. And I'll show you here, and I'll rig that like this, and that way I've got like almost a crappie bait, and so I can actually modify this bait to catch crappie, rock bass, perch, whatever, if I just got to catch fish to eat or survive. It's just, and sometimes I'll even fish smallmouth like this, real clear water. I'll bite it down real short. So anyway, that's my go-to deal there, the Ned Rig Megabass Okashira jig head, the Zoom beat down worm. The second lure I want to talk about in there, of course, we've got such a wide selection to choose from. I mean, it goes on and on, but the second survival bait, or the bait that you just really would need to have in your box if you got to catch a fish, is a crankbait. And this is the new Megabass Z1 crankbait. Runs down to about 10 foot deep. These smaller profile crankbaits that run down into that 5 to 10 foot zone are tremendously versatile baits. You'll catch fish in all different water clarities with it, all different covers. It'll come through wood, it'll come through rock. You can fish this thing off the bank. It's just a super versatile lure. Catches fish 12 months out of the year in a lot of different conditions. So to answer the question, what are my must-have lures in survival situation, or if you got to get bit? Ned Rig, Megabass crankbait, small to medium diver. These two things will catch you fish under the toughest conditions all over the country. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing good. Everything's doing good on the channel here. I finally hit 1,000 subscribers last week, which is real good. And hopefully we'll continue to build that up for that point there. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'd invite you to do so, and send those comments. Just let me know if there's anything you'd like me to talk about, anything to bring up, stuff like that. I really want to sort of use this YouTube channel as like a sort of a teaching tool, and maybe, share some of the stuff that I've learned in, fishing for over 50 years with everybody, sort of pass that information down, pass it forward a little bit. And I'll be glad to answer any questions or comment on anything that you guys would like to hear from. So anyway, I hope everybody's staying safe, staying good, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in.